Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, let's put it in the right place on this awesome Monday morning. Start to the week, start to the day, start to winning. Okay, so I had a good weekend over the weekend. I got back into competition. I'll get more into that later. And I had some students compete over the weekend that did very, very well. And I want to highlight one of my students' accomplishments because of the process and the commitment that they made to themselves and what you can gain when you go full-on commitment, to your goals. Okay, so just to get a little background. So I have a student. He's a white belt. I'm pretty sure he's in his 30s, and he's been training, I want to say about a year, maybe. Anyways, comes to class on a routine basis, okay? Asks questions, tries really hard. And he did a competition back in January where, he just wanted to go out and see what it's about. And kind of get some experience and compete. He wanted to get out there. He's been training for a little while, and he wanted to get out there and compete. So I want to share with you. Now, he didn't win. Okay, he didn't win. I think he won one match. Let me go back in my notes here. Yeah, he won one match, and he got third in one bracket, and he didn't place in the other. Okay, now we'll fast forward until this past weekend, okay? Yesterday. He took double gold, okay, in his gi and no gi divisions. And it was no surprise to me that he did that because of the amount of work that he put in to get those two gold medals. It was there. It showed. I'm there on the days that he's there, and the mornings and the night classes. And I just saw the full-on commitment from this individual and what changed in him throughout these last few months since the last competition. And so it's no surprise that he won, okay? But let me share with you guys what he wrote on Facebook yesterday that he shared on his page and that I shared in a couple different places, okay? So I'm going to read it, and then I'll kind of go into a little bit more in depth. Okay, so this is from his page. He goes, "I'm speechless. Today I won double gold at my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I had 2 subs and 2 matches that I won on points. I even avenged a loss from my first tournament twice, okay? 106 days ago, I competed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition for the first time. It was rough. I won one match, got third in one bracket, and didn't place in the other. I didn't think competing was for me. I wasn't sure I had what it took. But that night, as I laid in bed, I made a commitment that I was going to do things differently next time. I committed myself to dropping 15 pounds to compete at a lower weight. I dedicated myself to practice 5 times per week, okay, and adding running to improve my cardio. I made a list of places my game was weak and made sure I was going to improve in those areas. The next morning, I woke up and circled May 9th on the calendar. What you see in the photos is the final result of the hard work and dedication." And he's talking about the photos where he's got 2 gold medals, and he's got his hand raised in one division, hand raised in the other division, and then he's got his 2 gold medals. Is a result of hard work and dedication. But what you don't see is approximately 130 plus hours of practice time over the past 3 months. 130 plus hours, okay? Most people won't get that in a year, all right? Because they come and go. They're so inconsistent with their training. But he did that in a matter of a few months, okay? You don't see all the times I gave up good food or time with the girls, which is daughters, so I could go train. In this life, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to as long as you are willing to put in the hard work. I want to thank Danny Alvarez, BJJ, and Coach Rennick Common Jr. So obviously I'm his coach, and so is Coach KJ. But he did a lot of private lessons, okay, that no one really saw with Coach KJ. I mean, a lot, okay? And in those private lessons, I would go through the cameras sometimes and I could see what they were working on, and I could see him working on those weak areas, okay? So answering all the questions, demanding I not quit, not take the easy route, and continue to put myself in bad positions to learn and get better. There were so many days I felt gassed, and y'all wouldn't let me stop. Y'all also wouldn't let me settle for just make the podium mindset. Instead, you made sure it was go for gold or don't go at all. I want to thank all my teammates at ALVAREZ'S Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for all the encouragement, but also all the tough roles. I especially want to thank my teammates Brady, Alex, and Jeff for pushing me to my limits daily. The bruises and pain y'all caused made today's matches that much easier. Double gold, mission accomplished. The champ is out. Okay, mic drop. All right, so let's go back a little bit on this. All right, so what was important to me, again, was you don't know what you don't know. All right, so you go out there, you don't know what this tournament jiu-jitsu thing is, and you want to go try it out. And so it's a process. You got to start somewhere. And just like anyone else, you got to go out there and go see. And so you're kind of in awe. You walk in this gymnasium and you see how things are set up. You don't know where to go weigh in. You don't know how to do a lot of things, but you learn. Okay, just like anything else that whoever's watching, and we'll catch this later, whatever you were new at and you're good at now, you didn't know what you didn't know when you first walked in and first started whatever you were doing. And it takes time, but now you do know. Okay, but the biggest thing for me was the self-doubt, where he says, I didn't think competing was for me. I wasn't sure I had what it took. Okay, but obviously having a coach like myself that has competed for so many years and put myself in so many situations in competition and around the world against so many different highly skilled competitors, you know, I don't allow certain mindsets on my mat, you know. And so when he came back, you know, we just had to work on a lot of things, but more of it was mental than it was physical. Okay, now you see in here, or you hear in here, that he talked about that he lost 15 pounds. He realized he was a little heavier than he should be, so he was in the wrong weight class. So this guy comes to class every day in his gi or no gi uniform with a hoodie on and a beanie, plus his gi or plus whatever he's got. He was always in sweats, trying to, I mean, every day coming in with it's hard to roll like that. It's hard enough to roll with you. Some people complain about rolling with a gi on, period, let alone rolling around with a rash guard, sweater, beanie, plus your gi top, you know, and gi pants and stuff. But he did it because he wanted to, you know, he's trying to get down to that lower weight class. He gave up his best, you know, his fun foods, the foods that he loves to eat. He gave up, you know, time with his daughters and stuff like that, where in the evenings he could have been spending time with them. Instead, he came to class, not really sacrificing, but investing extra time to attain his goal. Those are things that a lot of people just won't do. Okay, most people, they always say, I hate running. Doesn't matter if you hate running or not. If that's what it needs to take, if that's what it takes to get you to that lower weight class or whatever it is that you need to get done, it needs to just get done. And he did that. He got rid of those good foods that he loves to eat. Okay, just like we all do. We all have our certain foods that we love to eat, but there's a time and a place for those things, and he let those go so that he can attain his goal. Okay, took time away from his family. You know, he made this commitment to himself that things were going to change, and he changed them. He practiced 5 times a week. Okay, again, the guy is there all the time. I see him there all the time. Again, he's got a job most of the time, guys. Look, most of the time he comes in, he's got his earphones, he's got his earbuds in his ears. He's working. Okay, I don't know exactly what he does for work, but he's always on a business call. And he'll tell me, hey, coach, you know, I'm on this business call. You might, you know, I'm gonna come into the warm up later. I'm gonna come into class. Like, yeah, sure, you're here, man. Take care of business. Come on the mat when you're ready. Or, hey, coach, I got this call at whatever time, somewhere in between the class time, somewhere in the middle. I have to go take this call. Cool, go handle business. That's a priority. Go take care of it. You showed up. You're dedicated. You're here. No worries, man. Go take care of that business call. That's this guy. Okay, so where a lot of people just won't do that. And he talked about the weak areas in his game. Man, I put this guy in a lot of positions that suck, okay, that a lot of people just don't like being in. Back mount, side control, starting the mount, start in this position, start on the bottom, go back. Because he always wanted to play on top. He always wanted to be a top player. He wanted to get a takedown, stay on top, but his bottom game wasn't as good as his top game. So when I would walk into practice, I would see that, go back to that position, go back to that position, go back to that position. I mean, I know there has to be days where he's just like, man, screw this guy, talking about me, okay? Because I'm putting him in positions where it's just so uncomfortable. But even there was days, he had his moments where he did complain or he did, kind of fly off the handle a little bit, but that's understandable. You're cutting weight, I'm testing your mental fortitude and your physical. I'm putting you in bad positions you don't want to be. It sucks. Okay, it sucks. But he continued to allow me to do that for him, okay? And he did that, and it all paid off, okay? A lot of people don't want to do that, man. They always want to play to their strong side because it's where they're most comfortable at. It's where life is good at. Again, the 130 hours plus practice over the last 3 months. Okay, 130 hours, man. Again, most people won't even get that in a year, okay, because they just come and go. They're inconsistent with their goals. They're not committed. They're not dedicated to themselves, to their jiu-jitsu, to their teammates, to their goals, to a lot of things, okay? And so that says a lot, all right? And so the other thing I wanted to talk about was just make the podium mindset. So earlier last week, he made a comment about, man, I'll just be happy if I make the podium, okay? Because in the last tournament, like he said, he got to third place, and then the other division, he didn't even place, okay? So I stopped him right there. I was like, man, what'd you say? He's like, well, I'll be happy if I just make the podium. I'm like, man, then don't go compete. Like, don't show up. Like, why are you going to go show up? You're already checked out. You're going to, because I've seen that. I've been a victim of that myself, where, you don't know what it's like to stand on that podium. So if you do get to that third spot or that second spot, like, you check out, like, you don't even really, the finals doesn't even matter anymore because you did it. You made it. You're going to pop the champagne bottles and you're just like, that's it. That's done. And so I could just see the look on his face when I told him that. And it was like a gut check. You know what I mean? Like he just was on this natural high. Like I think he could feel that he most likely was going to make that podium. But for me, that was not good enough. And I'm like, that should not be good enough for you either. You should, if you're going to go, then you're taking the whole thing. And so that's what he wrote in here is that, that we wouldn't just allow him to just settle for that kind of mindset because it's nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. Like, don't even show up. Don't even sign up for the tournament if you're not going to go in there to actually, complete the task at hand, accomplish the actual goal is to win it all, okay? Not just be satisfied with second or third place, okay? So I just wanted to put this out there because this individual as a white belt has learned so many things in the last 3 months about himself. And that's what jiu-jitsu teaches you if you allow it to let it teach you that. All these things, mental fortitude, physical toughness, mental toughness, like dealing with uncomfortable situations, dealing with days where, like he said in here, I also read, he was gassed, he wanted to quit, we didn't let him quit. Your mind gets weak when you're tired, when you're hungry, when you're sore, when you didn't have a good day on the mats or a good day period, you didn't wake up on the right side of the bed, you're just like, man, forget this. What am I doing all this stuff for? Like, why am I putting myself through all this pain, cutting weight, letting go of my foods, not hanging out with my daughters when I could be, putting myself in these why? Why is he doing this to himself? Because he didn't like, for one, in my opinion, it's not something that I talked to him about, but he didn't like what losing felt like. Losing sucks, okay? Losing absolutely sucks, okay? I know what that feels like. But you can use that as a motivator to quit and be like, man, this ain't for me, because he thought about that. Like, maybe I'm not cut out to compete. Maybe I'm just cut out to just be a practitioner and just train jiu-jitsu and learn jiu-jitsu. And he's like, you know what? No, I'm going to change that. Like, I'm going to actually commit myself, full on commitment to 5 days a week, to running, to do all these things that I've already talked about. And it all paid off. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time. But where this individual is going to go from here on out, I'll put money on it that he's going to win more times than he does lose because of the changes he made in himself. And he made a post like 2 weeks ago, I think, of a shirt that he hasn't worn in, I don't know, however many years, a long time, okay? And he was pretty happy about that. The look on his face, the post that he made on Facebook, like, he feels good about himself. Guys, look, when you eat right and you exercise and you're losing weight and you're taking care of yourself, not through some fad diet, but through actual work, like what we put this guy through on the mat. Like, I put him through some tough training over these last few months because he set this goal. The look on his face and the smile on his face, you can just see it the way he walks around, the way he talks. It's just different. That is priceless. It is absolutely priceless. What he's paying for jiu-jitsu and what we're giving back to him in his self-image, his self-esteem, his self-worth, you can't put a price on that. You can't pay anyone back for that, okay? Because you just can't. So if you're looking for a change, for something different, knowing that you can do better, because we all can. Everyone on this earth can do better. And if you're not doing better, then what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay? Make those changes. Make a full-on commitment, okay, and dedication to yourself and to your goals, to your friends, to your family, because this guy, this individual, because of these changes, everyone around him is better. His daughters are going to be better. His family is going to be better. His friends are going to be better. The team, okay, our team are going to be better because this individual made these changes. And we are better because he's bringing the heat more. He's just a different individual than he was when he first walked in, however many months ago when he first walked in, okay? That's what jiu-jitsu can do for you. That's what a commitment can do for you if you don't train jiu-jitsu. All you got to do is make a full-on commitment and be like, enough playing games. I'm going to get rid of these foods, those things, these bad habits, because we all got them, and get serious about your health and other things in your life, and things will completely change for you. Or you can stay the same. We can look back 6 months from now, and you'll be the exact same person that you are as of Monday, May 10th at 9/12. Okay? That's a 2021. That's a horrible picture. That is something that no one should want to be. The same 6 months from now, 3 months from now, even tomorrow. Okay? So big ups to my student, Tyler. This is what I'm looking for. I think this is what every coach is looking for. Okay? Not excuses, not ways out of the situation, but ways in, and make a full-on commitment. Because why? Because everyone benefits from it. So hope you guys get something out of today and what this individual did, not only for himself, but everyone else around him. And I wanted to make sure I gave this guy, his props, because it is something that we can all learn from, including myself. These are the guys that I want in my room. These are the individuals and girls, ladies, kids, teens, whatever, that I want on my mats. These individuals change that room, change that mat for the better. And, we always try to weed out the other ones that just really, really, kind of want to do something, sort of want to do something, kind of like it. I want to get those individuals out of there because they're not really helping the team. Okay? All right, guys. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you.